Resumes that grab attention are the ones that land interviews and make you stand out in that interview. If you have been sending out many resumes without receiving an invitation to a job interview, then you need to watch this video. In this video, you will have my foolproof attention resume grabbing formula that makes you stand out, land those job interviews, and help you to perform well during that interview. For the best career-related advice, subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell to be notified when I post a video every Friday. I have used this formula consistently when crafting my clients' resumes and have held many workshops on this particular topic. Before we get into the meat of the matter of knowing what you need to place on the resume, I want to highlight the importance of a resume and what a resume actually is. So let's start with the latter. A resume is a highly personalized document which highlights your value or your worth to a company. And the sole purpose of a resume is to get you an interview. Too many times I hear persons over the internet or otherwise stating that a resume will get you a job. Think of it. If a resume gets you a job, why would there be interviews? The need for interviews. So the sole purpose of a resume is to get your feet in the door to an interview, not the job. Job applicants should think about what makes them qualified for a position, and they should stress these qualifications throughout their resume. And this would be your value proposition. So now you understand what a resume is and what it does for you. Now let us look at what details do we need to put in your resume to attract or to get the attention of the hiring manager. Let's start with the very first thing at the top of your resume. Contact details, the very first section of a resume. As hiring managers, we would like you to introduce yourselves to us by telling us your first name, last name, your address, your contact details such as your telephone number and email address. And with the email address, I want you to think of providing professional email addresses. For example, your first name dot your last name at gmail.com. Additionally, you want to add your LinkedIn profile. And if you don't have one, I would encourage you to go over to LinkedIn and have one created. Next on the resume is your objective statement. And the objective statement is simply telling the hiring manager what position you're interested in. In other words, the name of the job that you're applying for. I want you to avoid overgeneralized statements such as a position allowing me to utilize my knowledge and expertise in different areas. I want you to also avoid statements that focus only on what a company can do for you. For example, a position where I can gain experience in working on biological problems. Make your objective statement as specific as possible by just stating the name of the job. That's all you need to do. Just state the name of the job, as this will pick up easily in an applicant tracking system software, for short, the ATS software, which is used to screen out irrelevant candidates based on the content of their resumes. Next, your introduction section continues, and that's the profile section, or some persons call it the summary of qualification section. And this is just a brief statement that introduces you a little further, yes, and your unique selling propositions. And your unique selling proposition highlights your why to us, the hiring manager. And this is the hook, you know. This is the hook telling us hiring managers that they're reading the right resume, and it encourages us to read the rest of your resume as well. So since it takes the hiring manager, it takes us 6 seconds to decide whether or not we want to read the rest of your resume. And this is where you want to hook us. You want to have the relevant keywords also that is important to your audience or important to the company that you're applying to. You want to place these keywords in this section, the profile section. And the keywords simply can be garnered, can be gained, can be obtained from a job description or the very job advertisement that you're replying to. It is in this section also that it gives us, the hiring manager, an idea of your general qualifications, the qualities that make you a good candidate, and how your career objectives fit into our company's goals. And finally, the summary of qualification gives your resume a higher chance of passing through that ATS, that applicant tracking system software. So in short, it allows you to put a higher concentration of relevant keywords and key phrases into your resume, ensuring that it earns a passing grade and that it actually reaches human eyes. So when you are writing your profile statement, it is not about copying and pasting someone else's statement found on the internet. It is more of a targeted, personalized, strategic effort that focuses on selling your value through impactful statements that match the needs of the particular job that you're applying for. The next section is your skills section. Some persons may say, I'll include it in my resume. Others may want to exclude it from your resume. What I want you to do, if you include it, is to provide a bulleted list of your hard and soft skills. Those skills that highlight your areas of expertise that are specific to the job that you're applying for. Never make them too generalized or too ambiguous. In other words, I want you to list those skills that are important to the job that you're applying for. And if you are stating that you're proficient in a certain area, for example, data entry software, I want you to actually state the software that you're proficient in. Also important to do when you're listing these soft and hard skills is to list any certifications that you have received that are key to the job. Now we're getting to the real meat of the resume. And this is where, as hiring managers, we put most of our attention in this area. Because this is the area that really sells your worth, that really tells us if you're, or shows or demonstrates to us if you're valuable to the role that we are seeking to fill. So with the objective statements, the profile, the skills area, you are now able to grab the attention of the hiring manager with that stellar introduction. Now it's time to wow them with the real substance of your why. This is your experience section. And in this section of the resume, we'll be using the chronological format for demonstrational purposes. With this format, your experience should be listed from your most recently held position at the top to your least recent position toward the bottom of your resume. In your achievement or work history section of your resume, you want to include the name of the company's location, it's optional, the dates you were employed there, and the job title you have held. The most critical thing to remember, however, is that when you're writing this section is where it will make or break your resume's goal. Remember, the goal of the resume is to get in that door for an interview. So it's critical that you formulate this section using a bulleted list, which is easier to read. It's easy on our eyes to read. You make a bulleted list of your responsibilities, but you do not stop there. You need to follow up those responsibilities immediately by quantifiable achievements that you have made while on the job. Comment below and tell me if this section of your current resume lists your responsibilities immediately followed by your quantifiable achievements. I would really love to see your comments. The next section on your resume could be the education section. And for those recent grads, your education section could be placed at the top of your resume immediately under your profile section. But no matter where it is placed, the information I'm about to give you would be the same. No resume should be complete without this section, and if you have a wealth of experience, this section must include a degree, your degree and your major, your school and its location, the year you graduated, your awards, honors, and GPA if your GPA is 3.8 or higher. Now you know how to land those interviews using attention-grabbing resumes. But what about when you get those interviews? I have written a 2-page guide on how to win interviews. Download the guide at the link below. Also, if you want to join a community of job seekers just like you, I have a Facebook group where I share up-to-date career advice to help you navigate this sometimes tricky space. Join our Facebook group at the link below. If you want to learn how to craft your most marketable resume that lands interviews, then you'll want to join my resume writing masterclass by clicking the link below this video. It is for persons who are currently struggling to get those job interviews and who want to elevate their job search game. If you like this video, hit the like button below, hit the notification bell to be notified each Friday when I post new videos, and be sure to subscribe and share this video with your family and friends, because I believe it will be valuable to those job seekers who desperately want to grab the attention of hiring managers through their resumes. If you want to see more related videos on this topic, check out these videos: The Key to an Attention-Grabbing Resume in 2020 and this video on job search strategies. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Walk good.